Hello, my name is Mani Malarvannan. In this video, we'll look into one of the Web2 analytical tool called Growth Monitor. Um, First go to tpa.analytickit.com, login, enter your email and password, and then click login to log into the site. So once you log in, as I explained in my previous videos, you will see the dashboard. You will see the recently viewed analytics and also new users, new visitors, those who came to your website or decentralized application, that information. And also you will see the recordings. Recording, we will go through it in later video, what exactly recording tool is going to do. For this video, we will click the analytics on the left menu bar. And then from the right, click the drop down and then choose Growth Monitor. If you remember in previous videos, we looked into traffic trends, funnel, loyalty metrics, trial, loyalty lens. If you have any questions or any concerns, please send us an email. We will get into it. For today, we will look into Growth Monitor. So the first thing I want to do is I want to change this to test. I want to give you a name for this graph, test growth monitor. I can say by weeks. You can, I'll explain why I say weeks, and then I say save. And then if I want to give a description, this is a test description. So I'll just give a test description. So the first thing you need to do is that choose the event based on the event, however many events you have for your website or your mobile application that you are monitoring. You will see all the events automatically created. And then for this video, I'm going to pick the auto capture event. And then immediately at the bottom, you will see the graph based on the 7 days date range grouped by day. By default, you will see this graph. I'll explain this graph. Before that, we need to understand the toggles. So there are different toggles available for this growth monitor so that you can choose the new, returning, resurrecting, and dormant. The new users are basically, these are all the new users who came to your website for the last 7 days. The last 7 days, if you see at the bottom, you will see today is January 29th when I recorded this video. So for the last 1 week, you will say that it's starting from 22nd Jan, and then it goes all the way to 29th Jan. So for this week, it will show all the new users, new visitors who came to your website. Okay, and then the second one is the returning users. Users, those who came this last week and also the previous week. So basically it compares whatever your date range with the previous week. Say that means for this week, 22nd, it compares with the previous week. So from January 15th to 21st. So that's a returning user. And then the resurrecting users are users, those who are not active on the January 15th, but they were active for this week, for the weeks that you are measuring in the 7 days time period. And then the dormant users they are dormant for this entire period. Users who did not do the activity this period, but they were active in the previous period. So basically, the dormant users did not come to this week, 22nd to 29th, but they were active the previous week, so January 15th to January 21st. So you can able to pick whichever one you want to monitor, and you can choose that. Say I'm going to start with the new users. So it will display only the new users for this week. And also you can change the date range from, if you want, say if you are running some marketing campaign today, you can just pick today, yesterday, last 24 hours, or the last 14 days. So if you say last 14 days, it compares the last 14 days with the January 15 to 29th, and then with the January 1st to January 14th. It compares those in these life cycle toggles. So right now, as I said, I am just picking the new. So it shows for the last 14 days, and then grouped by day. So it shows the day. For 15th, I have one users and I don't have any users coming. For 16th, 17th, 18th, and then for 19th, I have again one visitor. If I want to change from day to week, then I can do so too. So it shows the for that particular 14 days. So 15th Jan, 22nd Jan, and again 29th Jan, no one is there. So it is just a current day. Today is 29th, January 29th. So I don't have any users. So this is the auto capture event. And if I want to change to the page view, then I can change, then it shows a lot more. Because the page view event is anybody used any event, they clicked a button or they clicked a link on your website, that is considered as a page view. For this entire video presentation, I am monitoring a website, so that's what I am seeing for the page view. For the page view for the last 14 days, for the 15th Jan, I have 300 and close to 320 users. And then for January 22nd, I have 309 users. And then January 29th, I have 23 users. So, right, those are all of them, whatever I am showing are new users. And then if I want to measure the returning users, then I can check it by selecting the returning toggle here. See here, I have two users who came for this 15th, and then another two users for the January 22nd. If I want to see who are all those users, then I can go and select and I can gain more information about that. And if you can also see the properties associated with that visitor, those who came to your website, the time zone, latitude, longitude, the city, all the informations you can see from this tool itself. Okay. And then if I want to measure the resurrecting users, again, you can see the definitions. For the first time, if you are using the tool, you can always click the tooltip and identify what exactly the resurrecting users are. The users who did the activity, this period. This period means the 14 days, whatever we are measuring, but did not do the activity on the previous period. So those users are dormant for that last period, but they were active this period. So that's what this resurrecting means. And then for dormant, again, you can click the tooltip and see users who went to dormant on this period because they did not come this period, but they were active the previous period. So it always compares the previous period based on the date range you choose. Again, if I choose the 24 hours, then it compares the previous period is compared with the previous day. If it is 7 days, it is comparing previous 2 weeks. So like that, you can able to see the user growth. The growth monitor means basically you can see whether the users are coming again and again, or you have to do anything to change so that you can fix the issue. Say, for example, I can select all of them and I can pretty much see my users. Basically, I can compare the last 14 days. The new users are 320 users, but the dormant is 284 users. So the 284 users who are active previous, they did not come back. So you have to find out what is going on, why they didn't come back. So that's the main purpose of this tool. So, and also say, and then the resurrecting, there is a one user, this particular user was not active previous period, but that user was active this period. So you can see you can see those informations by selecting those visitors. And if you want to go in depth, you can also see however who are all those users, those who came and they did not come on a particular day. You can view all the informations by selecting individual informations. So that's pretty much I want to discuss for this video. Let's see if I can save this and add it to the dashboard. Okay, so I have this monitor. I already added the name and then the description. So I'm going to save this. So once I save, it will save, and then I can add it to a dashboard. See, I already created a test dashboard in my previous videos. You can take a look if you want to know how to create. It's pretty straightforward. You can just click the add a new dashboard and you can create a new dashboard. For this presentation, I'm just going to add this graph into this test dashboard. So I can just say add and it's added. And then I can close it. And then if I go to the dashboards screen, I can see my test dashboard. So I'm going to open it and you can see the test growth monitor weeks. So this is the new graph I created and that is already showing up here. And then if I want to go change this, I can just select and I can go ahead and change. Instead of 14 days, I want to change the last 24 hours. And then I want to group by, say, hour. Let's keep it hours because last 24 hours. Then it will show this graph changes. And then I can just edit and then save this changes. So now if I go to the dashboard and then test dashboard, it's automatically saved here. So that's pretty much I want to discuss for this video. And if you have any questions or comments, please let us know. I'll provide the links. You can go to our website and learn more about the tool, how to create. And if you have any questions or concerns, please let us know either in YouTube comments or send us an email. Thank you. Bye.